In this video I'm talking about creating results and creating excuses, and what's the difference between the mindset of the people who are on this scale, that some people they don't really care, they don't produce results, and other people you can trust them and they will produce results. So on this scale, in the extreme case, you give a task, let's say you are a manager and you give a task to a subordinate to do it alone, and so this person who is an excuse maker always will find reasons that why he or she cannot do the task, because what he or she is thinking about, that let's say I send an email, didn't answer, okay, I have an excuse that I cannot go further because they didn't do this. So whenever there is a difficulty, and especially from other people, so they don't respond, they don't finish the job on time, they immediately use this as an excuse to stop not doing anything, and they just create explanations why they cannot do the job. The other extreme are the people who are very resourceful and motivated, and they feel that it's my responsibility to finish this project, this task. So they take ownership of the job, and they do everything to finish this. If somebody doesn't answer the email, they will call them. If they don't answer the call, they will go there personally, and they find any reason, or they make a decision by themselves, or they do everything to finish this project. Of course, you want to hire this kind of people and not that kind of people. But there is a nuance. Is it excuse making? It's a perspective, because it can be that there is a reason. So there is a reason that somebody cannot really perform well. We're really in a system, we are interconnected, and there are some guidelines and regulations. So sometimes, even if you want to do something, you are not allowed to do this, or you depend on other people. So even in this topic, that making excuses or having real reason, it also can be contradiction. It's making excuses is a perspective that you believe that this person could do the job, but they are lazy, they don't want to do it. It's a kind of judgment. And the real reason, you can have another perspective. Yes, of course, I understand that you cannot do this because it depends on the other person. You cannot make a decision by yourself. So it's also possible that there is a real reason why it cannot be done. So that's why there are different aspects of this one, that somebody who doesn't need excuses and doesn't really care that it's difficult, they go after everything and just do it. Or maybe somebody tries, but there is a difficulty and gives up because lazy or doesn't care, or maybe gives up because he thinks or she thinks that it's impossible to do it and it's not under their control. So as a manager, but not just manager, as a person who judge people, always think about this first. Always look for resourceful people who take responsibility for their jobs, for their tasks, and they finish it. And they don't give up, they just do everything to be successful. And be alert if there are people in your environment who just make excuses and they just ruin your whole life and make it everything difficult. And they are very good at justifying the reason why they cannot do something. But you should be much more objective if you can, and understand that is it a real excuse making or it's a real reason.